Hello again and welcome to class number 928. Yes, sir, we're progressing. One more paragraph and then we'll move on to grammar. Not really to grammar, a little bit, indirectly. I'm going to teach you grammar indirectly today. But first, one more paragraph. Page 40 in the middle, paragraph 325. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and has never gone back. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and has never gone back. It's a mystery to all of us. She was such a devout Catholic. Something happened that she's not telling us. Párrafo interesante, intrigante. It's an intriguing paragraph. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and she's never gone back. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and has never gone back. Puedes aquí repetir she en el centro o nada, en medio o no. Escucha, dejó de ir a la iglesia hace 3 años y nunca ha vuelto a ir. Vamos. She stopped going. Dejó de ir. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and she has never gone back. Y no suena redundante repetir she. Sin embargo, lo podemos dejar fuera, recomendable incluso. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and has never gone back. And has never gone. She stopped going and has never gone. She stopped going to church. ¿Cómo haces aquí? Así. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And has never gone back. It's a mystery to all of us. Álava, la ciudad de Álava. O sea, la provincia de Álava. Vitoria. No, Álava no. ¿Has dicho Álava? No. ¿Has dicho it's a mystery to Álava? Es un misterio para la provincia de Álava. No. I said it's a mystery to all of us. All of us. Todos nosotros. All of us. Todo de nosotros, decimos en inglés. It's a mystery to all of us. All of us. Yes, it's a mystery. Yeah. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and has never gone back. It's a mystery to all of us. She was such a devout Catholic. Yeah. She was such a devout Catholic. Era una católica tan devota. She was such a devout escrito, a devout Catholic. Yeah. Something happened that she's not telling us. Algo ocurrió que no nos dice, no nos está diciendo. No está desvelando el porqué. Something happened, Maybe there was a problem with the priest. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like the organ in the church. Who knows? Something happened. Something must have happened. Something happened that she's not telling us. She stopped going to church 3 years ago and has never gone back. It's a mystery to all of us. All of us. Yeah. She was such a devout Catholic. Something must have happened. Something must have happened that she's not telling us. Something happened. He dicho algo debe de haber pasado. Esto dice algo pasó. Que no nos está diciendo. No nos está diciendo. Something happened that she's not telling us. All right. Grammar. Ask me questions. What? I don't know. Ask me anything. But do you have an uncle? Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I have 2 uncles. Well, one uncle died. The other uncle is still alive. Does he live in Texas? Yes, he does. Does he, I don't know, is he married? Yes, he is. Does he live in Houston? No, he doesn't. Does he live in Austin? No, he doesn't. He lives in Texas, right? Yes. Does he live in Dallas? No, he doesn't. Does he live in El Paso? No, he doesn't. Does he live in Pecos? Donde el juez de la horca. No, he doesn't. Where does he live? In Texas. He lives in San Antonio. Of course, San Antonio, okay. Does he live alone? Yes, he does. But you said he's married. So does he live with his wife? No, he doesn't. Are they divorced? No, they're not. Are they married? Yes, they are. Are they separated? Physically, yes. Emotionally, no. I don't understand. But where does your aunt live? The wife. She lives in San Antonio. And where does your uncle live? He lives in San Antonio. Do they live in different houses? Kind of. ¿Cómo que kind of? Más o menos. Más o menos. Más o menos. Yeah, they live in. Well, does your aunt live in a normal house? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Does your uncle live in a normal house? No, he doesn't. Well, what kind of house does your uncle live in? Well, really, my uncle doesn't live in a house. Well, does he live in a flat? Un piso. No, he doesn't. Does he live in a tent? Tienda de campaña. No, he doesn't. Does he live in a teepee, como los indios? A teepee? No, he doesn't. Does he live in a trailer? Un roulotte? No, he doesn't. Does he live under a bridge? No, he doesn't. Where does he live? He lives in his office. He lives in his office? Yes. His office has a bed, a kitchen, bathrooms, of course, and a spider. Una araña. Yeah. I don't understand. Okay. But where is your uncle's office? My uncle's office is on the outskirts of San Antonio. On the falderas afuera. Las afueras. The outskirts. Skirts como faldas. The outskirts of San Antonio. My uncle has an office. Oh. And he lives there. Yes. He doesn't live with his wife. Well, no, he doesn't. But does he have a good relationship with his wife? Yes, he does. And why doesn't he live with his wife? I don't know. I think his wife is a bit off-center, o sea, descentrada, fuera del centro mental. Okay, but she's a good lady. Louise, I like Louise. Okay. But do they see each other? Every day. They see each other every day. Yes, they see each other every day. When? For breakfast. Does your uncle have breakfast with his wife every day? Yes, he does. Where does he have breakfast with his wife? In the house, not in the office. So every day he drives to his wife's house to have breakfast with his wife. Yes. Okay. How far is it from his office to his wife's house? Well, it's not his wife's house. It's their house. Su de ellos. Okay. How long does it take him to drive? How far is it? How far is it from the office to the house? It's about 8 miles. 8 millas, 8 miles. How much is that in kilometers? 13? Every morning he drives 13 kilometers to have breakfast with his wife. Yeah, that's right. And then, does he drive back? Yes, he does. Oh, all right. So he drives 26 miles every morning simply to have breakfast with his wife? Yes. Is your uncle a little strange? No. He's a cool guy. Es un tipo. Why? He's a cool guy. Well, what kind of car does he have? Excuse me? What kind of car does he have? What kind of car does he have? He has 4 cars. 4 cars? How many children does he have? He doesn't have any children. They don't have any children. Oh. And he has 4 cars. What cars does he have? He has a Volkswagen Golf. Okay. He has a Cadillac. He has a Mercedes-Benz. Pobrecito. And he has a dune buggy. A what? A dune buggy. Cochecito para las dunas. En la playa o en el desierto. Con protección, barra de protección. Your uncle has a dune buggy, a Mercedes, a Cadillac, and a Volkswagen Golf. Well, which car does he use to go to his wife's house? It's not her house, it's their house. Okay, what kind of car does he use? Which car does he use to drive to their house? I have no idea. Probably the Mercedes. Maybe the Cadillac. Now the Cadillac, if you honk the horn, el claxon, es una canción. La da 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 da. What song is that? Los ojos de Texas. The eyes of Texas are upon you all the livelong day. The eyes of Texas are upon you, you cannot get away, etc. And so, is your uncle a little crazy? Not really, no. My uncle is a very intelligent man. But does your uncle need 4 cars? No, he doesn't. And why does he have 4 cars? Because he likes toys. Why does your uncle need toys? How old is your uncle? He's 82, I think. 82. An 82-year-old man with toys, juguetes? Well, my uncle didn't have a good youth. He didn't have toys. He didn't have a good youth. It's a long story. I'll come back to why my uncle has toys now. But is your uncle rich? Rich? I don't know. It depends on your definition of rich. But he's not hurting. Se dice así, no está doliendo, o sea, por culpa de dinero, no. Montado el dólar, no, pero montado en el, I don't know. He's okay. But what does he do for a living? What does he do for a living? He owns a company. He owns a company. Yeah. What kind of company does he own? He owns an irrigation company. A what? What kind of company does he own? He owns an irrigation company. What's that? Una empresa no de irrigación, es de riego agrícola. So yeah. So he has an office and a warehouse. An office and a warehouse. What's a warehouse? Warehouse es un almacén donde se almacenan los productos. Los tubos y todo para la riego. All right. And so where is his house and warehouse? On the outskirts of San Antonio. On San Antonio. He also has 100 acres of land. 100 acres. Yeah. He has land. My uncle has a ranch. Tiene un rancho. Okay. Yeah. How big is the ranch? 100 acres. 100 what? 100 or 100. ¿Se puede decir 100 or 100? Los dos valen. 100 acres. 100 acres. How much are 100 acres in hectares? Hectáreas. 40. 40 hectares. Oh. 40 hectares. Yes. How much is a hectare? 10,000 square meters. 10,000 metros cuadrados is una hectárea, yeah. 10,000 square meters. Times 40, so 400,000 metros cuadrados. Yeah, that's his land. So he has a ranch. Yeah. How many, does he have any cows? Any cattle? Ganado tiene? Vacuno? Yes. How many cows does your uncle have? I think he has 5 cows. Only 5. Does he have any other animals? Horses. Oh. How many horses does he have? 3. So he has 5 cows and 3 horses. Well, what's the name of the horses? I think I remember one, Pachuca. Pachuca is the name of one of the horses. And Sigi is the name of another. But the third horse, I don't remember the name. Now, my daughter, Andrea, I have a photograph of my daughter on Pachuca when my daughter was only 4 years old. My son was very little, too little. But there's my daughter sitting on Pachuca. Pachuca is also the capital of El Estado de Hidalgo in Mexico, Pachuca. All right, it's a city in Mexico, about 1 hour north of Mexico City. All right. So, but what does your uncle do with his land? He rents it to crazy people. Your uncle? Yeah, my uncle rents his land to crazy people. I don't understand. Sí, alquila sus terrenos a gente loca. I don't understand. Juegos de guerra, war games, paint guns. And people come and they use his land for war games. All right. These crazy, yeah, crazy, a little crazy. Yeah, how do you paint gun? You say paint gun aquí, no? Yeah. And so he makes a little bit of money on that, and he makes money, of course, much more money with his irrigation equipment. All right. And does he speak Spanish? He speaks a little Spanish. Why? Why does he speak Spanish? Because he does business in Mexico, in Chihuahua y Sonora y Nuevo León. In the north of Mexico, he sells irrigation equipment, in addition to Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado. And how does he move around? He flies. Does he have a plane? Yes, he does. What kind of plane does he have? He has Cessna, one propeller. Have you ever been up in his plane? Twice. Were you afraid? No. No, I wasn't afraid. All right. And is he a good pilot? I suppose. He was a pilot in the Second World War in the Pacific. Okay, and now he's a pilot. And but he speaks a little Spanish. Yes. And does he have a sense of humor? Yes, he does. He seems very serious when you see him. He seems very serious, impasible. Y luego dice tonto. And he says funny things. Yeah, he's a very intelligent man. But when he was a child, he had a lot of tension with his father, my grandfather, my maternal grandfather. You see, my maternal grandparents had 3 children. My older uncle, Robert, my mother, Mary Jo, Maria Jose, Mary Jo, and this uncle, Jack. Now, Robert died many years ago, but Robert was very serious and a very high achiever. A high achiever es alguien que siempre logra cosas grandes. You know, he was always very successful, especially in the military. He was a member of the American Air Force. But Jack, the younger one, was rebellious. Muy rebelde, always. And my grandfather was a very serious man. And so starting at age 14 and 15, when he was young, very young, my uncle, he ran away from home, often, huir de casa. In fact, my mother told me that her younger brother Jack always kept a packed suitcase under his bed. Una maleta hecha y listo debajo de la cama para. Adiós. He disappeared. All right. Usually he came back, but once, when he was 16, he decided he wanted to go to a summer camp. Campamento de niños, bueno, de adolescentes, 16 años, in Corpus Christi, near Corpus Christi, Texas, on the Gulf Coast. And he went there. He was only 16. And there was a girl there as a camp counselor, monitora. And she was 19. And she fell in love with him because he was very, very handsome. I've seen photographs, and Dios mío, he's very, very handsome. Que guapo. And she was 19, and oh my God. And the mother, the mother was the boss in the camp. And between the mother and the daughter, they captured my uncle. My uncle got married when he was 17. Se casó a los 17 años, mi tío. Because he was muy rebelde. And his wife was 20. Louise was 20. And the mother was 45 or something. But how do you say encerrona? Boom. Este chico va a ser nuestro. Yeah. And he was 17. Was 16, really, at the camp, 16, when he first met his future wife. And, of course, he was innocent, etc. And that happened. But they lived the rest of their life married. And but immediately, when he was 17, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And when he turned 18, several months later, he went into the Naval Air Corps, Cuerpo Aéreo Naval, and he was sent to the Pacific, to New Guinea. And so he didn't have the opportunity as a young man to enjoy life. Yes, because he had problems with his father, and then he was captured by two women. and he had to become responsible, and then he went to the war. A los 18, he was in the Pacific for 3 years. 3 años. And so later, when he made some money with the irrigation business, he decided to have some toys. Tengo juguetes, por primera vez en la vida. And so he had a Cadillac. The eyes of Texas are upon you. And a Mercedes-Benz, que he conducido yo. I've driven his Mercedes from Corpus Christi to Houston. A dune buggy, boom, boom, boom. And a normal Volkswagen Golf. Interesting guy. How much time, Marta? We're almost out of time. So that's the story. That's some of the stories of my uncle. The other uncle had a very interesting, very exciting life. More exciting than my poor mother. In the middle. Estaba entre esos dos personajes. Between an older brother, mandón. He was very bossy, very super responsible, and super excellent in everything. And the younger brother was super rebellious and things. And she was in the middle as a correct, perfect young lady, etc. Yes, just with these two crazy masculine elements on either side. And I'll come back, maybe not tomorrow, but in the future with more stories. A lot of times, Marta, my listeners on the radio and my viewers on television enjoy stories about my family. Yeah. And this is true about the breakfasts. You know, he drives, they have breakfast, and he drives back and things. He olvidado la araña. We don't have time to talk about the spider. No, I'll talk about the spider in my uncle's office some other day. Algún otro día, some other day. See you tomorrow.